What's good? This is Marcus the Fingaz, Dafingaz, and I am a music composer and producer, diving in on sync and trailer music. I've worked with Disney, MTV, Stars, National Geographic, all kinds of projects and more. Today is day 19 of Syncrets To Success, and we're going to talk all about the art of building relationships with music supervisors. Music supervisors are the key industry professionals who play a pivotal role in the sync licensing journey. Understanding the role of music supervisors and their influence in sync licensing is essential. Music supervisors are the bridge between composers and visual media projects. Music supervisors are in the middle. Sometimes we have to go through a sync library or sync agent to get to the music supervisor. So the composers over here, I'm off the screen. Composers over here, you have the sync library or sync agent who will get your music from you to the music supervisor. Then the music supervisor will get your music to the project. Sometimes there are ways where we can bypass the sync library and the sync agent and go straight from being the composer to the music supervisor. Music supervisors are that bridge between our music and the visual media projects. They curate the perfect musical accompaniment that elevates the storytelling and enhances the emotional impact of the scenes. Strategies for approaching and connecting with music supervisors professionally involve research and personalized communication. We must familiarize ourselves with the projects that they are working on, they have worked on, and their musical preferences. When reaching out, we have to tailor our messages to showcase how our music aligns with their vision. When I'm reaching out right now to music supervisors, especially on LinkedIn, I might tell them that I'm a composer diving in on sync and trailer music, maybe a quick blurb about a show that they worked on and how your music can align with that show or that project, and maybe a link to a couple songs that would fit in there, if that works. For me, I've been focusing a lot on trailer music specifically, so I would share my trailer playlist, which has landed me some opportunities to work with some libraries and projects. So tips for fostering long-term relationships and maintaining communication with music supervisors are crucial for lasting partnerships. Keep them informed about your latest composition, but also take the time to inquire about their current projects and needs, because if they needed folk music for one project, that doesn't mean they're going to need folk music for every project they worked on. Genuine interest in their work establishes a foundation of mutual respect. Navigating the balance between being proactive and respecting the music supervisor's workload is key. While it's important to stay on their radar, bombarding them with constant messages can be counterproductive. We don't want to keep sending messages every other week. Hey, just listen to my track. Hey, what are you up? What's going on this week? What's going on? How are things? You don't want to keep doing that every other week, every other day. Timing is crucial. Reach out when you have a relevant opportunity that aligns with their ongoing projects. The value of reliability, responsiveness, professionalism that cannot be overstated in building relationships with music supervisors. Meeting deadlines, providing high quality tracks, being responsive to their feedback, contribute to a reputation of trustworthiness and collaboration. As composers and music creators, the relationship that we build with music supervisors can shape the trajectory of our sync licensing careers. By understanding their needs, communicating effectively, and delivering outstanding music consistently, that's key, we establish ourselves as the go-to composers for their projects. So how can you meet music supervisors? You can watch TV shows. You can put the name of a show into something like IMDb and look for the music supervisor, look for the music staff. There might be under other cast members and things like that, but you might have to do a little bit of digging and research, but IMDb can be a great resource for that. In the actual show itself, there are credits that roll at the end of the show, and usually it will say music supervisor or music coordinator, things like that. You can find the music team on the credits of the show. You can also go to events. There are networking events that happen, it seems like almost every week. Virtually, there are things that are happening a lot in person, especially in California, where you can meet music supervisors in person, face to face, and you can have a drink with them, have a chat with them, say, hey, what are you working on? Well, I make this kind of music. I would love to talk more about working on this project with you, or making music or sending music your way that you can consider for your next project. Meeting face to face, because when you send the music now, they now put a face to the name. It's like, oh, I got 100 submissions, but this one's from Marcus, who I met at this conference, and we had a drink, and we talked about, our love for something that's not even totally related to music. Let me just hear what he said. That goes a long way. Face-to-face interactions and networking, which is a whole nother side of things. I might have to do a whole nother podcast on networking by itself, but music supervisors is the best way, connecting directly with them. That is the best way for us as composers to get the chance of our music landing on a project. It's great to work with libraries. Music supervisors are that direct connection. Now, I'm just going to share one con. I'll say the pros and cons of Music Supervisor versus a sync library. When you submit music to a music supervisor, they might be working on, let's say, 7, 8, maybe even up to 10 projects at one time. So your music might be able to work with that music supervisor. If you work with a library, there are some libraries that I work with where they send a blast to like 250, like music supervisor, directors, and things like that. So you have 10 to 12 on one side with the music supervisor, but with the sync library you might have thousands of opportunities with your music if they send a blast out. So just to keep that into consideration. You also might have a better chance of landing directly on a project with the music supervisor as opposed to a sync library, because they might be sending a bunch of stuff out and to a bunch of people. So there's those pros and cons that you want to weigh for each of those. That concludes day 19 of Syncrets to Success. Be sure to join the Syncrets to Success Facebook group. There's a link in the description below. If you are interested in using a platform like Disco to manage your music catalog, there's a link to join Disco below, and if you use that link, we both will get a $20 credit, which is good for 2 free months of using Disco at the light tier. We will see you tomorrow on day 20. I guess I'm gonna do this. Day 20 of Syncrets to Success. Come back tomorrow, join the group, introduce yourself, put your information in the directory, and then I'll see you tomorrow. All right, peace.